Alright, hello everyone. I wanted to put out a deck profile because just yesterday I got second place at the Seattle Regional with Superheavy Samurai, and I wanted to show off my list real quick. So we'll start with the main deck, put these aside. We have our 12 one-card starters, the 3 Wakaushi, 3 Wagon, 3 Soul Piercer, and 3 Motorbike. This is really standard. Then we have the 2 Big Benkei. They were nice to me this event. I never saw 2 in my hand except for the last round against Kashtira, which was unfortunate. 1 Scales, 1 Soul Peacemaker. I considered bumping this up to 2, but I couldn't find a second one beforehand, so I just stuck with the 1. 1 Soul Gaia Booster, and then 1 Stealthy. This card was really good today, or yesterday, because it's the only extender in the deck that doesn't require a normal summon or a super heavy already on the board. I played against one mirror match where he sided it out because there was no spell and trap targets, but I think you definitely have to keep it in because if you get interrupted on your normal, you need a way to push past that into the Scarecrow or something like that. In terms of our non-super heavy Samurai, we have 1 main deck Pank, 1 Regulus, 1 Jujikuru, the Tunneler, the Ancient Gearbox, and then the Eccentric. So Pank was just to make going second easier. I didn't have the Fenrir's in time, so I figured Pank was fine. Regulus is in the combo, as well as the Tunneler and Gearbox. Jujikuru is just a searchable kaiju, because this deck has issues outing big monsters, especially against Dragon Link, which was probably my most feared matchup going into this. Borland and Chaos Angel both represents really difficult outs to this deck. And then the 1 main deck Eccentric, because I wanted a main deck out to Floodgates or the 5 Rainbow Magician or things like that. And it came up actually a lot in the main deck against Dragon Link, my round 5 opponent. I had it in, and it was my first action to out Branded Beast, which was really good. Forced that out, and it's just recursive. Is very nice. And then hand traps. 3 Nibiru, 3 Ash, 3 Ogre, 3 Droll, 3 Gamma, and the Driver. These are definitely what helped me do well, because I think I won either 1 or 2 die rolls the whole day, so I was constantly on the back foot. I never got to Gamma someone on my turn, it just never arose, but in theory it's really insane. Ash is just for Brandon, Droll's really good this format, and Nibiru's were MVP at this event. People did not respect the Nib game 1 at minimum, and just pairing Nib with like a Gamma or something was really strong. I'll definitely be playing Nib more in the future. Going to the extra deck, we have the 2 Scarecrow, just really good, gets you back in the game, mandatory part of all your combos. 1 Cleafort Genius, good in your combo and good going second. I used it to out a Baguska and then push through. 1 Skull Dread, we are playing the Spell Canceller, and you need this for it. And 1 Appaloosa, those are all the links. Then we have our Zeus package, 1 Zeus, 1 Gigantic, 1 Merrymaker, 1 Gear Gigan X, and 1 Baguska for when we get double, triple hand trapped or like D-shifted or something like that. These were all crazy. This package especially was so good this weekend because I was going second so many times. So I will definitely be keeping that in. And then it comes to the Synchros. We have 1 Barone, 1 Savage, 1 Excel, 1 Stardust, and 1 Toby. Stardust was kind of unnecessary. It's good in theory if people are greedy with imperms or nibs, but it just never came up. This should be a Ballista, an Ancient Gear Ballista. Yeah, it's cute. And then this guy was MVP, won me a game in time, and then just clearing the board for super heavy, and then being able to pop a scale on your turn and then a scale on opponent's turn, and keeping them off of Wakaushi is insane in the mirror match. So he was really worth it. And then moving on finally to the side deck spice. Going first, I had the 3 Aqua Dolphin. So I remember when I played Infernoble, that Droll was a big problem for us, and being able to just normal Aqua Dolphin and clear Droll, Ogre, and Ash out of the opponent's hand before you commit to Wakaushi is crazy. Now, there are some combo lines where you need to normal summon your starter, like if you open Aqua Dolphin and Wagon, or Aqua Dolphin and Soul Piercer. But being able to pen summon him out later in the combo while you have like a Barone up is especially crazy, because not only do you get the full hand knowledge of what to negate and where, you also get the ability to rip bigger cards because you have bigger monsters on the board. We have the one spell canceller. As mentioned, it just shuts down like a lot of decks. It's really good against Runic and things of that nature. I didn't have any matchups where this came up, but it's still important to have. This card was really, really good. I should probably play 3 of it, but I just couldn't find the space. So when your opponent activates a spell that would summon a monster, you special it to your field, and it is a Macrocosmos while it's on the board. It's really good in chain to a purely spell to summon, because then they lose either the Rainbow Bridge or the Dark World if they choose to discard it. And then it's also good against Runic, and it's even good in the mirror, because you can chain this to Wakaushi, scale effect to summon it and place the other one, and then they're playing under a macro, which makes them play a little awkward. Second Jizukura, I feared Kashtira a lot. But honestly, this should be a Kurikara, and I wish I had was able to play them before. We had the 3 Magnamut and 1 Druid's Worm. These were really good. I feared Mathmech going into the event, and I played against one, so I was very happy they were in. But the Bystials are just super flexible, and them being 6s with Wakaushi being a 4 tuner is super flexible because it makes Barone much easier than needed. So those were really nice. And then for back row, it was 2 Denko and 2 Eccentric for more outs. Denko was pretty versatile. It auto-won any sort of heavy back row matchup like Lab or things of that nature. And I like it better because it's better for going second. I had a friend who was playing Jinzo as a trap version of Spell Cancer that you could search and play in that matchup. But I feel like going first against traps, we should be fine. I do want to find space for Kurikaras because it is really good into both cash and purely, which I expect we'll see a lot more. But that was pretty much the list. I think this deck is set to be one of the best decks of this current format, and I will definitely be trying to improve it and upload more for you guys. Thanks.